because I am here to tell you that Sam has a problem. I really think if there's a 12-step program for this, I would be very interested in knowing it. Hey, thanks for joining us on the Here's to Us. We're going on America's Great Loop.
Yes, and today we went from Britt, Ontario, Wright's Marina, where we had stayed for 2 nights, and we came to Bustard Islands, Strawberry Inlet, I think it is called, and at Anchorage, where we experienced something new, and we'll tell you a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, don't spoil it.
Yeah.
We left this morning around 10 o'clock from Wright's Marina, and it was a beautiful morning. And a very special morning because we have been traveling with 2 boats, Whiskey Business and Idle Time 3, and today happens to be Jerry's birthday.
Jerry's the captain on Whiskey Business and his wife Debbie. And so, yeah, we're going to have a little bit of celebration a little bit later. Jerry's favorite is apple pie, and we're baking an apple pie at Anchor. So we're going to have to crank up the generator to make an apple pie.
That is a good reason. Air conditioning and to make a birthday pie is a good reason.
But we really don't need air conditioning today.
We're not talking about that anyway.
Cool
we might need it later.
Anyway, so we left, and we had plotted a course to go on the outside on the Georgia Bay because the winds were really less than 10 miles an hour. The sea was flat. But as the captains got together for the morning briefing, we decided as a team to go more inland and do a scenic passage. So we did that.
I do not know who decided to do a scenic route, but when we left the marina, that channel we were in, there were these huge windmills. I've never seen so many all right together. Windmills, and they were totally stopped.
Yeah, it was totally stopped, so that means the wind isn't blowing.
No, the wind was kind of blowing. I saw the flags because I was curious about that. Windmills. I guess they just got enough energy for today.
So no energy in Ontario, that part of Ontario for today.
Right.
Anyway, it was a very narrow and winding channel at times, and the water was a little skinny, so it was a little challenging. We were the lead boat.
The thing of it is there is a lot of rocks in the channel. Well, they look like they're in the channel, very close to the channel.
Right.
Many more markers this time, showing the obstacles, and so it was kind of tricky.
It was kind of tricky, but the fact that we went slow during those portions of it, and we could see everything. So it was challenging, but not dangerous at all.
I'm glad you brought up the fact that you were the lead boat because I am here to tell you that Sam has a problem. I really think if there's a 12-step program for this, I would be very interested in knowing it. But it seems like every time he's the lead boat, he just has to find a reason to talk on the radio. And we're not on 16, because that's the important Coast Guard giving boaters information channel. No, these 3 boats are on a different channel, and Sam takes the opportunity to point out windmills, to say, oh, here's the number on this marker.
I'm just keeping my formation engaged in what's going on. It wasn't always just sightseeing. There were some obstacles telling them what we had up in the front here. So,
I would be very curious to know if anybody else has trouble with their significant other, them using the radio too much.
Yeah, I don't think too much information was shared today. It was all basically keeping the formation together and keeping...
Sam, I heard you say, look at the windmills over. This is your chance to see the windmills up close and personal.
Enough. On with it. So,
so we did finally...
we got to the outside, or intercepted our course of the outside, and got up to the area where we're going to anchor, and... Jerry has the bigger anchor, so he decided to go in, and it's Jerry's birthday, so we're going to let him do what he wanted to do. He set the anchor, and then I came up on the his starboard side and tied up, and then Dan came up on the port side and tied up. We got everything set, but we were starting to
Let me
drift.
tell you why this is such a good idea. We are new at anchoring, and I'm still a little nervous. Well, I'm still a lot nervous about doing it, although we've had some experience. So what I had to do, we decided what side we would tie up on. So I put fenders along the side of our boat, up on the rub rail, the part that sticks out the furthest. So I've got fenders there. I have 2 fenders down low. And and then they said to have lines ready. We have a bow line, a breast line, a mid ship
stern
line, and a stern line.
Right.
So I had all those ready to go in anticipation for the tie-up.
She did a great job, and we got tied up. And
well, I didn't know if they knew
drift.
what rafting was all about.
Well, it's a new experience. And, so it's
So
rafting, 3 big boats, and actually it takes up less space because there are 3 boats here already, and so if we would have individually anchored, we're going to take up a lot more space. So,
True.
And now we have 3 anchor alarms set. We had to reposition because we were starting to drift. We got a better hold on the anchor, and so now all 3 of us
you see
are
that
here.
behind us? We got like 10 feet away from that. Our dinghy was swinging over into it. So it
we pulled the anchor on Jerry's
Well, you make
boat.
it sound like that's no big deal.
Yeah.
It was a big deal.
Yeah, it was.
Jerry was at the front of his boat working the anchor. Dan was driving Jerry's boat, following the instructions he was giving him. Sam was on our boat because we have bow and stern thrusters. So Sam turned the whole big 3-ship mother monster around, and it was just really impressive.
Anyway, we got reset. We got 3 anchors on, and then
3 anchors on.
Well, I'm sorry, 3 anchor alarms on each individual boat, and we're watching that. And somebody came up in a dinghy behind us from another boat, and
they were from Texas too.
They're from Texas, and they told us that a bear had boarded a boat the other night. Somebody left their garbage out, and so a bear will swim.
She said a bear came down from the woods right on that island over there, swam in the water.
So don't leave your garbage out. Okay, our garbage is all sacked up inside. So we don't have a bear alarm, but I think we'll sleep sound.
Back to that, I don't think we've talked about this. We look on our alarm, and it's supposed to smile, right? Our path is supposed to smile.
And it is.
The first path we had the first time we anchored was crazy like this, but then it's kind of settled down into a smile. So that's what Sam's looking for with the anchor alarm. So if it goes outside of that set, and you set it, didn't you?
Yeah,
How many feet did you?
We set it to like 40 feet. And so if it goes off, we'll know that we're drifting. But wind is
and
starting
they've
to
gone
calm
off.
down.
But I was kind of enjoying that. He set it real tight, and the alarm went off. And
just so we make sure that the alarm works.
Really, that's
anyway,
why.
So
it works.
One of the boats is out doing a dinghy ride. And later on, we're going to have a little birthday celebration for Jerry. And so tomorrow we'll be off to maybe another anchorage, maybe a marina. We're going to see what the weather. Yeah, we'll see what the weather holds. So thanks for joining us on the Here's to Us on day 32 of moving the boat.
Oh, yes. This was our 32nd time to move the boat.
All
Very exciting. All right,
we're going to go enjoy this very peaceful anchorage out here.
Yeah.
See ya.
Next time. Bye.
Bye.